A man in a dark alley waves you over. Hey there, stranger. I've got something for you. You look like you want to be a 10x developer earning the big bucks, don't you? He whispers as he spreads open his code, revealing an assortment of courses. What could go wrong? You didn't need to get a long and difficult education. It's also easy and simple, and pays so much. And you can get this job for just a one-time investment of 1,000 euros. Go get it while it's still available. There's only 3 spots left. Not convinced? Just look at all the self-made college dropouts in the tech world. Don't you want to be the next Steve Jobs? What do you mean? How many tried to go down that path and failed? That's not how statistics work. We only look at the positive cases, of course. You don't ask how many people play the slots and how much they lose. No. You play the slots because you are going to be the next big winner. Anyway, a bit of a story there. I just wanted to talk about something that has been bothering me more and more as of late. But who am I and why am I getting on this high horse? I don't think I've ever talked about who I am on my channel, and that's for a good reason. I don't think my qualifications or career should matter. I picked my name, voided name, because I firmly believe that opinions should stand and fall on their own merits. It shouldn't matter that I'm a lead developer of a large project across multiple teams, even though my career has been short. It shouldn't matter that I have a degree. It shouldn't even matter that I am, debatably, human. No. Useful software solves problems. What do I mean by that? Every bit of software, every class, every function, every line of code is always written with some goal in mind, some problem to solve, something that is of benefit to the end user, who or whatever they may be. For us, those are always humans. But I can't speak for our alien friends. And that is what I focus on. Understanding the problem and trying to design complex systems that solve these in efficient ways. This is not an easy thing to do. You can't learn this in a few months. You can't learn this by just writing code. You need to accumulate an incredible amount of knowledge across a lot of different domains, including math, logic, philosophy, psychology, biology, etc. Because we're writing software for humans. We need to understand human problems. Everybody can write a Hello World program, but understanding what the client really wants versus what they claim they want is a whole different matter. When I start on a project, I start by studying it for weeks or even months or longer, because I cannot create software that solves a specific problem domain without understanding the domain. Which is why, when I code, I always start with a comment, writing down my assumptions, invariants, inputs, outputs. This is why I like a powerful and expressive type system. And sadly, this is never taught. No, they teach you technical skills, like writing Hello World, or how to make a button fly across the window. But those skills don't actually matter. They don't teach you what a string is, what a number is. Let me ask you, what is a string? Well, an array of characters, you might say, which is wrong. C-style strings, like ASCII strings, are arrays of characters, sometimes, in some languages. Sometimes these are null terminated and sometimes not, and instead use a smart pointer. If you don't know what this means, suffice to say, knowing this can be vital in preventing buffer overflow attacks. And if you don't know what that is, well, that's an entire deep rabbit hole that I will not get into now. But those courses don't teach you this. They do not teach you the first principles of programming. They don't teach you the real basics, the low-level details that actually matter. Let me ask you something else. What is the character A plus 2? Is it the string A2, like it is in JavaScript? Or is it maybe the character C, as it is in C? Maybe it's a runtime error, like it is in Python. Or is it a compile time error, as it is in Rust? And why is character A plus 2C anyway? What even is a character? You may be surprised to know that the answer to what is a character is not that simple. One might be tempted to say, well, it's a byte, right? Like a unsigned 8-bit piece of data. And let's ignore what it even means to be an unsigned 8-bit piece of data. But no, it's not that simple. Not at all. UTF-8, for example, encodes a single character as up to 4 bytes. Up to being a key word here. And this already clearly demonstrates to us, if we knew what an array was, that a UTF-8 string actually cannot be a C-style string. In other words, an array of characters. Because all elements in an array have to have the same size. What is size? Well, size is the amount of bits it takes up in memory, including padding. If these terms don't mean anything to you, when you don't know how computers work on a basic level, and how do you hope to ever write complex programs for a system that you don't understand? And let me end on a positive note. Starting with a bootcamp is fine, but don't expect to know how to program afterwards. Use it as a starting point. Now go and properly learn how things work. Do it so that snobby pricks like me don't roll their eyes at you and demote you to just doing the grunt work. Become an actual software developer, and that takes years of learning.